Yeah, we're here again. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Yvonne. The drool sprinkler again here. Hi, Rhonda and everyone else. Janine, how are you? Hello, Darth. I was really reading you did a mineral dig. Do you find anything like this? How awesome is that? That's one of my recent acquisitions from Gallery 11. It's cool too. I like about some of the stuff I get from them is you can buy the pair. And so these were once one stone. Yeah, can you imagine finding something like that and realizing that that's inside? I love some of the stuff that I find over there. Let's see if we can get this to stand up without falling here. I don't trust that one standing up. That one's not quite as stable here. So we'll just have to lean that one, lay that one down. The other one stands up pretty good on its own. Yeah, it's supposed to be like 101, 102 here today too. Right now the thermometer says it's 92 on the computer screen. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, it's a geode. I like just going to the shop and buying rocks and gemstones and stuff like that. It's a lot easier. You talking this thing looks like it's a part of the back wall? Yeah, it isn't. It gives you a better view of things here. Yeah, it is. It's directly behind the couch. That's my DVD rack. Oh, they had kits. Okay, so it had stuff. So there were kits that you buy that have the stuff directly in it. I saw you were mentioning an amethyst. I have an amethyst. Let me show you mine. Did you just mug for the camera? I think you just did, didn't you? Yeah, see, that's my amethyst. I've had that for a long time. Oh, jeez. I hate all these automatic pop-up things on the. You move the mouse to a certain area and you hover over it, and all of a sudden a screen pops up. They have kits that you get with homeschooling. Okay. Yeah, this was something I bought actually a long time ago, and I didn't have a whole lot of money at the time. And now that I look at it, I realize it was supposed to be a bookend. I only bought one of them, but it's still kind of a cool amethyst. Look at it from the end. How cool is that? That's something I'd like to get from the the Gallery 11 place, they have what they call an amethyst cathedral, which is basically it's a big giant amethyst that's like 4 feet tall, costs a couple $1,000, but that's a little out of my price range. Should put that on my Amazon wish list, right? Yeah, I'm sure people would be jumping to throw $2,000 at me. Looks like a cheesecake slice. Yeah, I suppose. There's a piece I've been meaning to get at the Gallery 11 place. I look at it every time I'm there. That I'll get one of these times. It's just there's always something that's ahead of it in line that I want to get. It's a piece of something called Labradorite. I got a couple of little pieces here. I guess I'm going to walk away from the camera a lot today, but that's okay. Keep scaring the cat away too. This is something called Labradorite, and they're polished. I'm not really into the polished stones that much, but look at how this thing glows under the right light. You get it get the light pointing at it just right, and it's just beautiful. Yeah, there's a good example. See if you can get it so we're not getting I got a couple of those. They call these palm stones. See if we can make that one glow here. You gotta get the angle just right. There we go. Look at how that one glows gold. I mean, that's not an optical illusion. It's really doing that. Jessica's here too. Hi, Jessica. How are you? Do you like my rocks? Yeah, let's see if we make that one glow. Look at the gold on that. How cool is that? How cool would that be to find that in your rock collection, huh? But they got a piece of Labradorite that's, I don't know, probably about this big, probably the size of a bowling ball. And like I say, I look at it every time I'm there. And one of these days it's going to be mine, unless somebody else selfishly takes it from me. Mhm. Yep, that's where your sisters get it, Jessica. Yeah, it's sad about Jimmy Buffett. One of my favorite bands is a band called The Offspring, and they got a song about getting high and listening to Jimmy Buffett. And I thought that was kind of funny. That was actually the first thing I thought of when I when I heard about Jimmy's passing. I just saw on the internet this morning that what happened is he got skin cancer, and I guess that metastasized. Yeah, I don't know. You can't always trust everything you see on the internet, but yeah, that's what I heard too, John. That skin cancer from too much sun, too much time in Margaritaville, I guess. Any encased mosquitoes? No. I do have the people at Gallery 11 keeping their eyes open for a piece of amber with me for me. So I don't know. I wouldn't mind finding one. They've had little pieces of amber before that they say have insects in it, but you look at it, it's a little speck in there. You can't tell if it's an insect or just a speck of dirt. I want some. I guess I'm thinking. When I think of amber with bugs in it, I'm thinking like from Jurassic Park, where you look at the stone and it's clearly a mosquito in there. But I guess if amber is formed the way they say it is, where it's just fossilized tree sap and a bug gets caught into it, and as it's dripping down a branch or something like that or whatever, I guess you can make sense that the insect is going to kind of get rolled around in there and probably not going to have uh, a real clear indication that it's a bug. But my favorite rock store was closed this week or this past week, because they went shopping out of town to go pick up some new stuff, and so I didn't get to go down there. But they know that I'm a repeat customer, so they told me a couple weeks ago they were doing that, and asked me if there was anything that I wanted specifically. And I said, yeah, try and find me a piece of raw Uperlite, because I've got a pyramid of Uperlite, but I'm not really into the shaped stones as much. I like natural stones. Yeah, Breck Hammond, exactly. Yeah, I have a piece of pyrite too. I don't know if I've got that out. How many pieces total? I don't know. Let's do a little road trip here and we'll figure it out. Unplug here and go mobile here for a second. I got most of my good stuff out. Let's see what we got here. So that's most of my collection right there. These are the pieces I got at that rock and mineral show a while ago, and then all the rest of this is stuff that I picked up in the past few months at Gallery 11. The little clip there, a little plug for them. But this is that Uperlite pyramid thing I got, and I've shown this before. This thing's cool under black light. That's not the black light. This is the black light, where it just kind of glows like that, and it's cool. But like I said, I kind of like natural stones. So you see a lot of the stuff here is just natural stones. Kind of cool piece of petrified wood. That looks like that's something shaped, but that actually comes out of nature that way. That's a piece of quartz. I love that thing. How cool is that? That's called bismuth. And I like my piece of aquamarine. That's really beautiful. A piece of malachite, and that thing's just gorgeous under a white light. It looks pretty cool here, but actually I didn't really learn to appreciate that one until they shined a light on it for me and let me see it like in white light, and then that thing just pops. That's actually a meteorite. That's kind of cool too. But yeah, that's sort of the bulk of my collection there. And yeah, I don't have my pyrite out. So it's turning into a pretty healthy collection slash obsession. I've always loved rocks, but I have bought more rocks in the last 6 months than the entire rest of my life combined. Let's see. How did I get interested in rock collecting? I just found some rocks that I thought were really cool when I was a kid, and it just went from there. Benny and Cecil. What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to. Stay away from glass houses. Ain't that the truth? Hey, Eric, the hat. Oh, this thing? That's my Guided by Voices propeller hat. Guided by Voices had an album called Propeller, and in recognition of what the 20th or 25th anniversary of the release, they released these limited edition propellers. And if you have an original propeller, like I have a handful of them, you can get the hat that represents the number of the propeller you have. And I have propeller number 9. And so they gave me hat number 9. Because see, the original pressing was 500 units. And so, of the 500, they made 500 of these too. And so, like I said, if you can document that you have an original propeller, you get, you can have the hat for the same number. All right, Eric's losing some weight. That's good. I really should do that too. I need to lose some weight. I hopped on the scale yesterday at work, and it was 218 pounds. That's a little tubby for me. Ox without the roll, yeah. I haven't eaten all the peach ice cream, but that is wicked good stuff. Yeah, that peach ice cream that came out. I figured it'd be good, but it's almost. I replied back to Susan when I finished that up and said thanks again for the ice cream maker. I just made peach ice cream, and I told her it was so good it should be illegal. A couple of people commented that they didn't think peach ice cream would be good. That should make um, that I should make strawberry ice cream. And it's like, yeah, but I like peaches, and the peach ice cream was so good. You don't like the texture of peaches? Okay. Well, what you could do is you could make the peach ice cream and just uh, puree all of the peach. The recipe says, take half of the peaches and puree it, and then half of the chop it into little bits and put that in there. You could puree the whole thing, and and then you wouldn't get the texture, just the flavor. Putting rocks in my backpack, yeah, I suppose. I don't want to put those in my backpack though. I'd scratch those, but that is a good idea. I'm getting to the point now where I know how the thing works well enough and kind of understand the basics of the recipe that I can experiment. So I kind of figured the peach ice cream would be awesome, and it exceeded my expectations. I've been thinking about doing Rocky Road, Yvonne. I love Rocky Road ice cream, and I can get fresh almonds at the grocery store and the marshmallows, and there's already a chocolate recipe in there. So yeah, I may very well do Rocky Road at some point. Yeah, yogurt pops. Well, this thing's supposedly capable of doing like sorbet and that kind of stuff. Yeah. I figured I'd throw that paper bag thing in there a little bit and let people know that because that's something I don't remember. I think my mom told me that once, and it works. You can't if peaches are a little under ripe, you can't fix that by putting them in the refrigerator. And if you leave them out, it's going to create bugs and stuff like that. But you put it in a paper bag, and that allows it to breathe and naturally ripen a little bit. And like I said, 1 or 2 days, and you're good. Yeah, I love Rocky Road too. It's one of my favorites. Fresh fruit is hard to get because of the strike. Yeah, I suppose. Well, the inner bowl is in the freezer. I learned after the first time that that's what you have to do is keep it because I thought we put it in the freezer for an hour or two and that would be enough. No, and even at 8 hours wasn't enough. It needs to live in the freezer. So it's been in the freezer ever since I finished up the peach ice cream. And next time I pull it out, I'll pull it out, and next time we make ice cream, we'll pull it out. Pumpkin dump cake. I don't know. I love like pumpkin pie and stuff like that, but I gotta admit, a pumpkin dump cake sounds kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's really good, but it just has a weird name. It's one of those things that you look at it and say, maybe it's, I hope it's better than it sounds. Yeah, that's what happens. They have the peaches have to ripen a little bit before they become real sweet. Otherwise, you're right, they're hard and they don't have the flavor. Well, you know that she fell again, right? Yeah, because I put a video up on that. She's still in the hospital. She's doing a lot of PT right now. I guess she's kind of enjoying that. She fractured there's a like the round bone that's your heel. She fractured that. There's like a crack, a small fracture on that, like a crack or something like that. And but she's already up and walking on it, and they've got her, and she says it doesn't hurt as much. So hopefully she'll be able to get home and get back to normal. But she's going to have to just be more careful when she's trying to walk around. I think she's got to accept the fact that maybe she can't do as much of that anymore. Yeah, Logan, Nana could sure use your help. I know you'd put a smile on her face. Cheesecake cookies. That now that sounds good. Dump cake is just dumping everything into one bowl. Okay. It still sounds strange. Hey Mark, how you doing? Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I would definitely consider strawberry ice cream. Like I said, I modified the peach ice cream from a strawberry ice cream recipe. I basically just substitute peaches for strawberries, but it turned out really good. I'm very happy with the results. You got an A on your test. That's good. I demand that of my girlfriends. You got to be smart, Logan. I like a girl with a good head on her shoulders. I don't know what for for Kalia. I don't know what that is. For Kaleo bread. She's in grade two now, huh? All right. That's not how you spell excellent, Darth. I'm guessing you didn't get A's. Just kidding. Is it for Kasha? Is that what it is? And John's trying to spell it, I think, phonetically, but I'm not sure. I've never heard of it. Yes, that is John Lennon on my shirt. They're both 2 grades ahead because of the homeschooling. You know what? I'm a huge fan of homeschooling. Yeah, actually, it's a shirt that Jordan brought when he went to Prague that one time. You remember when he was doing his European trips? He would leave Jaw with me when he'd go, and he'd always bring me back a cool shirt. And this is one of the shirts. I have people keep asking me, "Is that Jesus?" No, Jesus didn't wear glasses. Although Jesus, John Lennon, I can understand the confusion. Wasn't it John Lennon that said that the Beatles were bigger than Jesus? Yeah, that just makes it all the more impressive, Rhonda, that you work too. It is a shame that he got shot. He was such a talent. But I still believe the most important stuff he did was with the Beatles. I think Yoko kind of ruined him. There were a couple of good songs that came out of him post Beatles, but I still prefer you know John Lennon from the Beatles era. I mean, how many bands are there out there that have two musical prodigies? I guess there's a few, right? Roger and Pete comes to mind. Robert and Jimmy. My mom's doing all right. She's doing better after her fall. She's still in the rehab place. They're doing a lot of rehab with her, and I guess she's enjoying that more now than she has in the past. She usually doesn't like um, didn't usually like the rehab, but I guess she sees it now as a pathway back. Your dad used to say he steps on beetles. Yeah, I mean the Beach Boys to an extent, but yeah, I did my interview this past week, so it sounds like it's moving in the right direction. I was told from two people, and one of them being my boss, that he wants to have this wrapped up by this coming week. So hopefully we'll know. I get the feeling though that they've pretty much decided it's going to be me because this was my 3-day week at work, and they've been actually bringing somebody in from another shift to train the new material handler, and I've been shadowing the leads this past 2 weeks. Past 2 weeks really, because I did it a couple days last week too, where they just have me, you know, working with the leads and helping them and learn new things and all that, and just build up my skills. But the boss told me there were like 7 people that applied, and he's got to go through everyone, and give them all a chance. But you know, there's one other lead I'll be working with, and I'm the only person that he's interviewed for the job that he actually brought the other lead in and had that lead participate in the interview as well. So I don't know, she supports me. The lead that's leaving supports me. My boss supports me. I got the support of a whole bunch of people in the department. So yeah, fingers crossed. I think it's probably 90% that I'll get it, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up too high until it actually happens. I have been disappointed before. Master and apprentice. Yep, exactly. Thanks, Rhonda. I appreciate that. Oh, Logan says I got it, so it's in the bag then. Okay, it's no longer 90%, it's 100% because Logan says so. Thank you, Lindex. I appreciate that. She prayed for it. All right. Well, that's 110% then, isn't it? We'll see. You'll be the first to know. It'd be nice if I could announce it on the live stream next week, but we'll see. Well, that's something that the boss also said during the interview, is that I got the attention of a lot of people in upper management when I took over the material handler thing and picked it up as quickly as I did. Because I literally just took that bull by the horns. Her boyfriend, yeah, that's it. Logan's my girlfriend. It's official. We'll get married as soon as she's 18. Like I said last week, she could be pushing an old fossil around. Yeah, rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett. Saw a comic in the new in the on the internet today about him at the gates of heaven. They're giving him a new set of flip flops. Well, I mean, I make mistakes at work too, but they know that that's part of learning the job. The job is very complicated, and there's a lot of things that can trip you up. But the thing I got going for me is I tend to learn from my mistakes, and that's what you got to do. How's the garden doing? I don't know if the broccoli or Brussels sprouts are going to do anything. The chili peppers are continuing to grow, but they haven't produced a lot. So we'll see. How's the pool doing? It's leaking again. So, but the pool place is open tomorrow. I'm going to go get a new pool housing or a filter housing, and that should, that should eliminate the problem. I had the water level go down 2 inches, uh, in the last week because of the leak. So yeah, it was a temporary fix, and it was way more temporary than I was hoping it would be. Where's Bite? Bite just must have heard you say something because he just jumped up on the couch a second ago, showing his butt, right? Yes, you are. You're showing your butt. You do like to brush, though, don't you? Your big mouth is out of control. Yeah, yeah. You gotta learn to control your big mouth. That could be a problem. Look like a unicorn. Something bit you on the forehead. That's funny. No, the pool cleaner. I have not gotten it back yet. When I go by tomorrow to pick up the pool filter, I should get it back at that point because they've already determined that the problem is the motor burned out, and so they're going to give me a new one. I guess they just got to process all the stuff because it was under warranty, and I registered it and got all that stuff documented and ready to go. So we're in the office for 45 minutes, got told off for 3 minutes, and then told off the manager. So yeah, yeah, that's not a good thing, maybe. So I got some more stuff from the for the train village to the Amazon wish list. Some stuff that I'd asked for. Uh, I got I got a bunch of the cool little park benches, little miniature park benches for so if I build a little park or something there, I got like what is it? Probably 12 of the little park benches, and then I got something else too, which was cool. I got like hundreds of these little miniature people. Oops, so tiny here, I dropped it. And this is the real mystery because I have no idea who sent this. They didn't put a name on the list, but like I got this whole bowl full of little miniature people doing all sorts of different things. It's 3/4 of an inch tall, so it's really really tiny. But there's yeah, like I said, they're really tiny, so they're hard to hold on to. It's a person with a baby stroller. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't know with Amazon that you could send stuff anonymous, but I guess you can. But yeah, Angela Zahn sent me the little park benches, and that was one of the things that was on the list. The people were on the list too, so I'm glad I have some of those because now, when I do start building the village up, because I still got just the three buildings: the Dairy Queen, the house, and the corner deli store thing. Um, and we'll have to, we'll have little people now to put around. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of them here. There's probably 100 of them. So, hey, whatever, I appreciate it. I wish I could say thank you in person, but I hope whoever it is, they get the message that I appreciate the gift, even if they don't wish to, even if they wish to be anonymous. One for each of you. Yeah, we'll have to give each one of them a name. That'll be my next fundraising thing. Pay me $1 and you can name one. It was you, huh? All right. Thanks, Jeffrey. Yeah. Everyone can take credit for it now. No, I didn't know he was a billionaire either. Maybe he changed his name to Warren. Wouldn't that be a hoot if Jimmy Buffett became a billionaire and changed his name to Warren Buffett? Name one JT for you. All right. It's cool too because some of them. Let's see if I can find an example here. Because one of the things I asked for when I asked for the benches is to is for some people that were sitting. So yeah, there's one that looks like they're sitting. I think. No, that one's just crouching or something like that. But there are a few of them in here. Yeah, there's one that's sitting. So get them out of there. So yeah, they got ones that are sitting, and it's perfect because they fit right on the bench. Because that's the thing. I've ordered them all as HO scale, and so you get these little miniature people sitting on the bench. So now I got the bench and the people to sit on them. So you're the beautiful blonde. All right, there we go. I have to paint yours because you're still purple, huh? That's okay. I like you, sassy. In Midtown Alphaville. What's the nickname of people who love Jimmy Buffett? I don't know. Parrot heads. Well, I like people sassy. I like people silly. I could be silly too. I can. Yep, Bite's still showing his butt. Well, I mean, I can't tell you a whole lot about the job itself. I got to keep that part of my life a little private. But I'm if I get it, I'm going to be a lead. So basically, I'll be like third in charge of my shift, And we have 8 production lines in the department, and I'm going to be directly responsible for 4 of them if I get this. So it's a big responsibility. There's a lot of additional responsibility. So, and I see it as a good challenge. I like to challenge myself. That's why I enjoyed doing the material handler thing, even though I wouldn't want to do that necessarily for a living. I was already starting to get a little bored with it, but it's a nice new trick to learn, and it makes me more valuable because basically I can replace anybody in the department right now. If somebody's sick, I can do that. I can do a whole bunch of other things. You have 6 now, so calm down with the shake. But you don't like it when I do this? Yeah, it is a good company. I'm very happy to be there. And, it just, every time I have another success here, it just reminds me of how much Disney just ignored me. And we see Nibble. I haven't seen her pop out, but maybe we can go visit her, huh? What do you think? Let's disconnect. We'll go on another road trip here, huh? What do you think? Okay, here we go. Let's go see if we can find Nibble. Bite's leading us all the way here. Yeah, there's Nibble. Say hi to the world, Nibble. She doesn't let me usually pet her, so she's a sweet little kitty. She's just a scaredy cat. Okay, that's our Nibble trip for the day. Okay, let me get myself hooked up again here. I want to plug the laptop in here so we don't lose power. Plug in the mouse so I can go after trolls if they pop up. Anything happening in Labor Day in Waco? Yes, as a matter of fact, not necessarily in Waco, but in Bell County, which is the next county south of here. They're having a state fair today, so that's where I'm going to go today. Is going to go to the state fair in Bell County, and Bite feels all left out now. Yeah, Nibble's a sweet little kitty. She just is very shy. I'll definitely vlog it. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of a person that would normally just stay home if I was gonna. So if I'm gonna go out and do something like that, I'll vlog it. Yeah, it's gonna be a hot day out, so I'm gonna have to definitely hydrate and keep myself cool during the day. I'll definitely wear a hat because when I went to the drag boat races a month and a half ago, um, I got burned to a crisp. I didn't think I'd be out in the sun that long, but it was hot. I've been to like Waco fairs a couple times, but I've never been to one in Bell County. So Bell County is the same place where the Comic Con is, and it's up around Temple, just on the other side of Temple. So it's where Silo of Screams is. It's where a bunch of stuff like that. Yeah, I think I'll probably just wear a hat, maybe a little sunscreen too. Honestly, my arms don't usually have the problem with it. It's just my face. Hey, Jeff. Oh, that's okay, Jeff. We understand. Last week was like, what, the 110th anniversary of your church or something like that? That's insane. 111, okay. That makes all the difference in the world. 110, I mean, everyone has a 110 anniversary, but 111? I mean, it's triple ones, man. Yeah, you got to watch out for the sun when you're on the water because you have basically twice the sunlight hitting you. Then you get the sun coming directly, and you have the reflection off the water, which is just worse. 115 a couple days ago. Yikes! It's cold there in Canada, huh? We could go for a little cold here. Yeah, we get a little of that here too, Darth. Really hot in the summer, really cold in the winter. That's sort of actually one of the things I like about Texas. And there's a lot of things. It's the differences in the weather. You know, about the time you get tired of it being hot every day, it cools off. Yeah, we'll all go to Rhonda's house. Just have one big party there. I do have one of those big floppy type hats. I used it um, when I was moving out of my when I was moving the pods when I moved here to Waco and I had to empty the pods and drive them back. I wore that doing that, but that's not really the fashion statement I want to make. That's kind of I don't know, makes it look kind of like a dork. I'm trying to avoid that look, but I'll wear my Jordan the Lion hat. That's always kind of cool. Would I be on call to fix the machines? No, no, because you remember there's people there all the time. There's mechanics whose actual job it is to fix the machines. It's my job to make sure to make sure we have people to keep them running, to assist with what we call line turns, which is when we end one job and start the next. And there's all sorts of paperwork and stuff that has to be done, all sorts of documentation in the computers. And that's just not something that the line workers can do. Tim of food, huh? Doing a vlog today on stuff. I assume that's stuffed bell peppers, right? Or is there something called bale peppers? Yeah, there's mechanics on site all the time. Every shift has their own team of mechanics. I can do some of the stuff on that the mechanics do. That's I think why the mechanics like me because they're willing to teach me what they do, you know, and that helps a lot. In fact, when I first was dealing with this lead that I'm hopefully going to replace, um, she disagreed with me a lot because when the machine was broken, she thought I should be, finding something to clean or doing something else and finding something else to do. And I always just sat there and worked with the mechanics. And she doesn't question that anymore. Because she realizes now, how much that's benefited the company because now a lot of the things that pop up I can take care of on my own. And of course, the mechanics recognize that as a benefit too, and that's why they're willing to teach. Hello, Jeff. Tropical storm Gert in the Atlantic. Yeah, well, Florida already got one. I think what I've been looking at, because I kind of watch hurricane stuff too, and I thought it looked like all of the tropical storms I saw were really far north and probably going to miss. Yeah, see, Gert is pretty far north right now. There's tropical storm Gert, and at that point, usually a good storm that's going to turn into a hurricane usually is coming along Cuba down here, so it's way far north. So I doubt that'll even make landfall. Then there's another one right after it. And what's that? Katia, and that one's pretty far north too. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think either of those will make landfall in the U.S. You only got a little wind and rain. Okay. Well, parts of Florida really got pounded. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I tend to avoid visiting communist nations. America's fast on approaching one anyway. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to keep the generator going here, gassed up and ready to go. Yeah, but they got sun and sand in Hawaii too, in Florida, the Gulf Coast. I was looking at Google Maps satellite view of Hawaii, and they have apparently flown over the area and filmed all of that from the fire, and it's devastating. Let me see if I can pull that up here real quick and show you what I'm talking about because it's insane how bad that was. Let's see here. Oh, come on. It opens up for me and then it closes again. Let's see. There's maps. Oh, nuts to this thing. This thing's malfunctioning. Let's see. There it is. But yeah, if you get a chance, go to Google Maps, Skyview, and zoom in on the island. Let's see if where it is. It's gonna be under layers, satellite view. Yeah, see, those are just all the houses that are just burned to the ground. Yeah, it's hard to tell that those are even houses, but yeah, that's what's left of people's houses. A normal house, let's see if we can move to an area that didn't get hit. Holy cow. The wreckage is just unimaginable. Because see, those are houses that didn't get hit just a few miles away. So you can tell those are actually houses. But you move over here, into the area, where the fire is, and it's just everything is destroyed. That was a disaster of epic proportions. Just mile after mile of wreckage and destruction. It's insane. Yeah, I know. And there's so many people that are still missing that they don't know what happened. They're still looking. The whole west side of that island is just devastated. All right, one down. Yeah, I heard about that Lindex. The people were retreating into the ocean to escape. You gonna come up and visit? I got kitty treats. Or we could just make you run for it. That's always fun, right? You need the exercise. Just make Mike go run here. I hear Nibble too. She hears the kitty treats, and so I guess she's gonna come and visit us too. Now we'll get to see her, I think. Yeah, there she is. Hi, Nibble. You got to be more aggressive. All right, she got that one. And missed that one, hit the wall. Got that one though. The key is you got to arc it over bites so that he doesn't get it, because otherwise they'll hog them all. Because he's just a pig that way. Getting a few of them to nibble though. Okay, bite. Here's one for you. No, that one went around the corner. All right, well, that's okay. Enough of cat TV here. Hey, Dr. Susan, how you doing? Still enjoying the ice cream maker. Pete's ice cream was really good. I like Pyrex. Pyrex is good stuff. Hi, Tim. Yeah, Cuisinart is a good company, is a good brand. I got a couple Cuisinart products. Was it deliberate, Rhonda? Wow, wow. There he is. He's back. I don't have to stock up. I'll just make new ice cream when I need it. Like we mentioned a little earlier, I think the next thing I do is going to be Rocky Road. I love Rocky Road. Now you're in the mood for ice cream. Yeah. No, I don't put it in a plastic bag. I just put it right in the freezer. I agree. That's the advantage with making your own ice cream. You can control exactly what goes into it. But Rocky Road ice cream should be easy because it's just going to be chocolate ice cream with almonds and marshmallows. Should work out pretty well. The power was out. I heard a lot of how people lost power during the hurricane. Another one that I'm looking forward to trying is going to be some mint chocolate chip. That sounds really good too. Bought sugar-free marshmallows. I didn't think that was possible. I thought marshmallows were just sugar. I gotta admit, I don't really know what they are made out of. Egg whites ice cream? That doesn't sound very appealing to me. Yeah, Rocky Road ice cream should be very easy to make. Dogs and cats are jumping on you. Yeah, see, they just mine just like to get next to me and get petted. Okay, homemade marshmallows with egg whites, huh? Feeding time at the Sears Zoo. All right, well, I know how to get them all into the room with you. Now they're all ready to eat. You're welcome. Oh, Nibble's peeking her head around the corner. She heard the kitty treat jar too. So there's a little orange face peering around the corner. Did you just swat at your sister bite? Oh, there we go. There's the mom. Hello, you're on the air.
I know I am. I'm just calling as a check-in. That PT was just in here,
Okay,
and he said that the swelling is down,
good.
and I'm having some pain in the leg and the foot,
Uh-huh.
and he said it's healing. That's just very very common. So anyway,
Yeah, well, you break your heel. I guess there's going to be a little pain associated with that.
yeah,
The two things tend to go together.
that's right. Because it's just right. It's just right around that big round bone that
Right,
there's one on each side of your foot,
right, right.
and that's about where it is.
Uh-huh.
So he said it's just gonna it might hurt all the way up to your knee sometimes.
Yeah,
Which it is. It isn't constant, but it's there.
right, right.
Well, anyway, so far so good, and I just thought I'd call you and let your live stream people know it too, because I know they're concerned about it.
Okay, well, Logan says she's coming to help you, so.
Oh, hey, that's awesome. She can. That's right. She can hold my ankle up.
Yeah, well, there you go. Jean says that they're praying for you.
Okay.
Darth says take it easy.
Thank you.
One of the problems one of the problems with her being in the hospital is that there's always someone coming in and interrupting her when she's on the phone.
Yeah, it is what it is. But I'm at least making some progress, and that's
good. Any idea when they're going to release you?
no.
No.
They don't talk, but they don't talk about that.
Okay.
But anyway, okay, I gotta go say hi and love to everybody, and you too, and I'll talk to you this afternoon.
Okay. I may be at the fair, so I might not pick up initially, but I'll call you back.
Okay.
All right.
Take care.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, just a little quick call, let you know that she's still there. No, I don't think they put a cast on her foot. I know my mom loves all the love and appreciation and prayers and support that she gets from you. So keep that coming. She thrives on that and it helps. So yep. I guess I better start going on the second glass of vodka here. I'm slipping here. We're 17 minutes into the second hour. I haven't started the second glass yet. Nana rocks. Yes, she does. Time to down the vodka. I'm well on my way. Any holiday plans? No, I'm just gonna kind of chill, stay home. We'll probably go in the pool. Definitely gonna probably want to go in the pool after the fair today because I'm gonna be outside and it's gonna be hot. It's 94 right now. Out of state visits? No, not at the moment. One of these times I want to go down to Houston and see the Johnson Space Center. I'd like to go to visit the Texas State Fair. It just hasn't worked out so far. Dallas is a long ways away. That's part of it. Yeah, I kind of get leery of these artificial sweeteners. You never know. There is no place like home. You're right. Well, sometimes you just got to do stuff for yourself, Rhonda. No, I wouldn't expect that sugar-free marshmallows would be any good either, but never know. Oh, it's church time for Gene. Yeah, we always lose Gene about this time, you know. So have a good church, Gene. Max Mellow, huh? Okay. AC's holding up just fine. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Darth, is saccharin. Sugar-free gummies. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that, I kind of compare everything sugar-free to like diet soda. And diet soda always tastes like um, I don't know, it tastes like a chemical to me. I've never found a diet soda that I like the taste of. And of course, my tendency to stay away from diet is probably why I'm a little pudgy around the midsection. Yeah, my favorite soda right now is Sprite. I dropped off caffeine a few years ago, but no, I don't drink it at home. I don't keep it at home. I'll have it for I'll have it for lunch at work, and that's it. I have like Gatorade and grapefruit juice. I still love my grapefruit juice. You use Splenda, huh? Okay. Never developed a taste for ginger ale. Yeah, see, I mean, there's only certain flavors of Gatorade that I like, and the Gatorade Zero, that's a horrible. And Powerade, same thing. When I worked at Disney, Disney had a contract with Powerade. And so they sold Powerade everywhere in the park. And from time to time, they'd give us this uh, sugar-free Powerade, just give us bottles of it, especially on hot days. And I remember thinking, taking a taste of it, it's like, this stuff is vile. And I mean, everybody was doing the same thing. They take a sip of it and they throw the rest of it away. I hate wasting food, but no. In the future, I just never took it again. Let somebody who can tolerate that taste deal with it. I am not that person. You're a popaholic, huh? You're also one of those people that call it pop. Yeah, I've tried Coke Zero. I mean, I don't like any of the colas anymore. Anyway, I used to be a big Coke and Pepsi drinker, but when I went decaffeinated and switched to like Sprite, I can't even taste it. I can't even stand the taste of Coke now. Yeah, I'm not into like the cherry 7 Up either. That's not really my thing. I don't know. I don't like things that are too sweet. And that's why I don't like root beer. That's why I don't like Dr. Pepper. I know that's like sacrilege here in Texas, especially in Waco, but I don't like Mountain Dew for the same reason. Too sweet. They also got something else called Big Red that was, I guess, invented here, and I can't stand that either. That stuff's vile tasting. I don't know. People really like that around here, but eh, doesn't do it for me. I had to try it once just because you see it and everybody seems to like it, but oh, and I thought you were just advertising lemon to your sodas. Yeah, I have more of a taste for water now than I used to. I think largely it's because when I didn't like the water, it was tap water, and the tap water tasted funny. You don't drink water, huh? All right. That's right. This isn't really water. This is vodka, right? Water makes you gag, huh? It's all vegetables in the garden. It's Brussels sprouts, broccoli. I got a tomato plant that somehow survived from last year, and then I got a bunch of different chili peppers. But the broccoli and Brussels sprouts don't seem to be doing anything this year. They're still alive, but they're still basically the same size. So I don't know. We may not try that again next year. I have not gotten a single tomato off of that yet. Strawberries would be fun. I got to admit that wouldn't be a bad thing to try. Yeah, strawberries for the ice cream. I've thought about strawberries. I haven't done it yet, but it could happen. Peppers are too hot. Even the hubby had a hard time eating them. Yeah, see, I love my peppers hot, but like I said, I haven't gotten anything. I intentionally found the hottest peppers I could find. I got some like ghost peppers and scorpion peppers in there, but haven't produced anything yet. I got a couple of serrano peppers early in the season, but yeah, but I enjoy growing them if I can. I got some good peppers last year. Pepper ice cream, yeah, maybe. Well, that's something that my mom kind of suggested for me too. I've been making jalapeno and habanero salt, which is really good. You know, so I dry out the peppers and then grind them up into a powder with a food processor and mix it in with salt. Really good. Dehydrator, that would be kind of cool. Yes, it is. It's spicy salt. Yummy stuff. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. There's a burn in my tummy. I'm a little concerned about getting too many kitchen appliances, though. I only got so big of a kitchen. I have to add on to my house if I get too much more. Thanks, Tracy. You have a great week too. No, because you know, a bigger kitchen means a smaller backyard. And I like my backyard. No, I like my house the size it is. It's just right for me. Yes, I love my huge backyard too. The whole plot that I'm on is 100 feet by 120 feet. It's 100 feet side to side and 120 feet from the back fence to the front street. So it's a third of an acre. And the house is maybe a little bit further forward than it is back. So most of it's in the backyard. Yeah, it's 3 bedrooms here. One of them is the cat room, one was my room, and then the guest bedroom. The guest bedroom doesn't get used a lot. I like doing the yard work though. It's fun to get out there and tinker around in the yard. Yeah, I that was something I specifically said when I moved out here is I wanted a single story house. I'm getting a little too old to be navigating stairs anymore. It was more of a status symbol. My house in California was a 2 story house, and growing up having a 2 story house was sort of a status symbol. So when I got my first house, that was what I did. But you know, at that point, it's like, okay, I'm past that. I'm over it. Didn't see Flash last night, but I saw her the night before. She's doing good. It was more important to me to have a nice sized backyard. It was also, an issue getting things upstairs. I had to, move into the house and move all my stuff upstairs, or move out of the house and move it all back downstairs again. It was just, I'm much happier this way. No, not really. I haven't really. I mean, I've met most of the neighbors, but I'm always kind of an introvert when it comes to things like that. Or I'm just building an ice wall, huh? Well, at least you get enough snow that you can do that. Yeah, the relationship with the neighbors is basically just waving at them when they drive by. My opportunity to interact with the neighbors will come on Halloween again. Good neighbors are very handy and helpful with tools. That comes in handy when you do have to do fix up stuff. Yeah, I mean, I knew my neighbors a little bit in California, but I didn't know them that well. It's not like I went and talked to them all that much. Well, I think the reason that the Halloween display gets a little bit more results in a little bit more interaction is because I'm outside on Halloween, and so when the Christmas display is up, I'm not outside waiting for neighbors to walk by and comment on it. I mean, everyone here is really nice. Something that still kind of blows me away is total stranger will wave at you when you walk by them on the street. If I'm driving by, and they're out walking, it's like, hi, huh? So that takes a little getting used to because, you know, people waved at each other in California, but it was usually just one finger. I also like the fact that my garage is way back on the property on the side of the house. So it kind of discourages people from coming up the driveway if, when you're out there working. I don't know. That's just me. Ah, my nose itches. The nose itching. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that there's cat hair around or something. You're not a typical Canadian, huh? So you don't end every sentence with a. I used to work at one of the CD companies I worked for. I had a customer that was in Canada, and as a joke, every once in a while he'd end every sentence with a. You gotta love people that can enjoy their own stereotypes. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, Yvonne. I'm horrible with names. Somebody can introduce themselves to me, and like 2 minutes later, I've forgotten their name. You have a big mouth and a bad attitude. All right. Yeah, now there is cat hair in here. Most men are fat and bald, and women have short gray hair. Average age is 82. Yikes. Kind of like a uniform, huh? Yeah, well, I'm kind of fat and bald too. Nothing on top. Like a trucker. All right, there we go. Yeah. You know those t-shirts that pregnant women used to wear that says baby with an arrow pointing down? I need to get one that says beer. I try and suck it in though. Well, the only reason I don't look like I'm pregnant is because you're only seeing me from here up. Trust me, it's a whole other picture below that. Yeah, but even with the vlogs, it's this is what you're seeing. I was I was I was I was a stick boy when I was a kid. Yes, I'm expecting to drink more beer. Yeah, well, I walk a lot, so that helps with the legs. I enjoy walking. And I guess that's hereditary. Both of my grandfathers actually loved loved to walk. My parents, not so much. Can't stop looking at John Lennon's eyes. Yeah, age sucks. It does. Danny Elfman says age is wasted on the youth, or youth is wasted on the youth. So you're allergic to exercising too, huh? Yikes. Rana's gonna post a fat pic from on Facebook, huh? All right. That's the rest of the water. Yeah, I think the most exercise I get is just from walking. I like doing that. That's why I like going out and going on the nature hikes and stuff like that. But it's too hot to do that now. Trampoline would be fun too. Yeah, it is amazing. I'm still up right after 2 glasses of vodka, but you know what? With alcohol, it's practice, practice, practice. Just like all things. Vodka tolerance has gone way up. Hey, I'm a tolerant person. Yeah, me too, Yvonne. Yeah, I know. It's the vodka is more just a joke for Charlotte and Logan because it makes them laugh. Or send laughing emojis. Well, all the vodka I've been drinking, I got to lean on somebody. Yeah, some of the little emojis are interesting here. Let's see. I think I can send emojis too. Oh yeah, there's all sorts of them. How about that one? Or purple poo. Now that one's just self promotion here. Oh, they have a bunch of them, don't they? Wow. Look at all the critters here. That's what we're gonna do now. We're all gonna send emojis to each other here. There we go. That one's in honor of peach ice cream. Tacos. See, this is how I got to do a recipe here. Rather than putting the recipe, we'll just say, we'll find like an emoji for, okay, yeah, I need some salt, some butter, and a mixing bowl, and a drink for the cook. Good beer, lots of beer. Something to deal with the critics. Okay, let's see. How do I make that go away now? There we go. That was an interesting little diversion. Is the peach ice cream gone? No, not yet. I got probably another bowl of it, but it's really, really good. Oh, Rhonda's checking out. We border with the emojis, so she's going to check out now. Good to see you, Rhonda. Thanks for stopping in. Goodbye, Logan. Goodbye, Charlotte. Goodbye, Jessica. Have a good week. Don't get on mom's nerves too much. A little bit is okay, but not too much. Yeah, vodka ice cream. Now we're cooking. Now you're talking. You made it almost to the end, so you were the first comment on here, and currently you're the last one. But that just means everybody else here has got to pick up the slack now. Time flies when you're giggling. Yes, that's true. Hi, Eric. How are you? That's a new face I'm seeing here. Welcome to the escapees. Right, Bite? Are you an escapee? Thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. Always welcome to talk to someone who doesn't pop on here very often, especially if they're a longtime viewer. Yeah, we were just having an emoji war here. Your girlfriend said I'm looking good. All right. I like the feedback. See, it gets really quiet when Rhonda leaves. She carries like 80% of the conversation. No, not at the moment. I do need to go visit Jordan, and I got some ideas of what I'd like to do when I get there. Uh, but I don't know. It might be some home repair stuff. I don't know if he's got any projects around the house he needs to do. He doesn't do that kind of stuff. He tends to hire people to do a lot of his stuff, and he may already have his house all fixed up. But he said last time that he might break something if I came and visited him. But like I said, I do have an idea of something I'd like to do. In fact, there was a clue to it. If you're on the Jordan the Lion Facebook page, I posted something last night that's sort of a clue on what I'd like to do. I don't know how many of you saw that. What's for dinner? I don't know. I'm going to go to the fair in Belton today, so I may not have any there. It may just be, whatever I gorge myself at the fair. Yeah, I haven't been to his website a whole lot either. I'm a moderator on the Facebook page, so I participate in that from time to time. Fair food, yes, absolutely love fair food. Love trying something new. I had alligator for the first time a couple years ago at the fair in Waco. So I always like to try something different. I mean, how many of you have ever eaten alligator? It's funny. I never went to fairs in California. I think I only went to one fair ever, and it was we didn't go to the fair. Turned out that one of our favorite bands, the Violent Femmes, were playing, and I'd never seen the Violent Femmes. So yeah, alligator was pretty good. I got to admit, I don't have a problem with that. Kind of had the consistency of chicken a little bit, but that's all right. Maybe we can find some place that has rattlesnake. That's supposed to be good too. I think in Colorado you can get rattlesnake. Maybe wouldn't surprise me if somebody had it here too. Isn't autocorrect wonderful? Sounds like Darth is not a fan. No, I haven't seen any more lizards. I mean, they get into the house every once in a while. I haven't seen one like that though. Usually it's the chameleons that get into the house. And I think one time I was doing doing a live stream, and the cats were interested in something at the end of the hall, and ended up there was a chameleon in the house, and the cats were very interested in it. I think eventually they would have eaten it, but we got it out of here. Anyway, I think I put in my 2 hours, so we're going to pull the plug on this one. Check in next week. We'll try this again. Hopefully, maybe I'll have some news for you from work, and we'll see what happens. But I had a good time today. Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening. Good night.